Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs, and I have put together a great sheet for you to use as a reference whenever you're cutting multiple 1/4 inch increment or 1/8 inch increment units with your Stripology Mini Ruler. Let's check it out. So this chart has all the charts and columns for cutting 1/4 inch increments, and then below here cutting 1/8 inch increments, anything from a 7/8 inch strip or square up to a 3 1/8 inch. So how that works, I want to show you how to do that. First of all, we're going to be cutting 1 7/8 inch increments. 1 7/8 through 3 1/8 are cut a little bit different than the smaller ones. So we're going to start here. And I'm going to show you how to cut strips with a ruler. You can cut strips with a ruler. Of course, the slits are a lot shorter than on the bigger rulers. So I don't recommend cutting full width fabric, but you can easily cut fat 1/4s and fat 1/8s. Just by folding them first in half and then taking that folding it all the way over the selvages so that you're creating 2 folds as described in that original ruler video, and then you just want to make sure that those 2 folds are parallel for your strips to be straight. Now I have already trimmed my edge, so for cutting 1 7/8 inch increments, we're actually going to start by turning our ruler to the 1/4 inch side, which is 180 degrees this way. This is where you have all the 1/4 inch increments. So then you are just going to align that edge of the fabric with the dotted line, which is the 0 on this side. And then we're going to check our chart again. And that first cut is going to be through the 3 3/4 inch slit. So that is marked on the ruler. So I'm going to go through there and make a cut. Without moving our fabrics, we're going to go to the second column where we're going to turn the ruler to the 1/2 inch side. And now we're going to line up the edge of the fabric with a 3/8 inch line on the ruler, which is the outer, the furthest to the left black dotted line. So now we're going to align that with the edge of the fabric. Again, aligning the horizontal line with the fold. And we're going to make a cut on the 1 1/2 inch slit. Then we move on to the third column. We're keeping the ruler on the same side, but now we're going to line it up with the 1/8 inch line, which is that inner dotted line. So we're just going to slide the ruler a little bit over to the left. So now the edge of the fabric is aligned up with the 1/8 inch line. And we're going to make a cut through the 5 1/2 inch slit. And our result is we now have 3 1 7/8 inch strips. And if you needed squares, you would just open them up, stack them up, and cut them exactly the same way. So just to show you how the other sizes work, it's a little more work with the smaller units. So I'm going to show you how to do the 1 5/8 inch increments. So we're going to have cut squares. I already have the strip cut here. So I'm just going to lay the strip, bring the ruler over, and in this case, we're going to cut first using the 1/2 inch side. So here, we're just going to align the strip, the bottom of the strip with the horizontal line. I leave a little bit hanging here because my first cut is going to be through that 0, and that is going to clean off my edge. Then I'm also going to cut through the 6 1/2, cutting through the 6 1/2. And then I'm going to move over to the second column where I'm turning the ruler to the 1/4 inch side. Before I line it up, I want to remove that little sliver, line the ruler up now with a 0, which is the dotted line, and I'm going to make my cut through the 3 1/4. So going through here. Now we're moving on to the third column, turning the ruler back, using the 3/8 inch line, which is the outer dotted line as before, and we're going to make a cut through the 4 1/2 inch. And then one more time, fourth column, we're going to line it up with the 1/8 inch line, sliding it over and making that last cut through the 1 1/2 inch slit. And now we have perfect 1 5/8 inch squares. And of course you could stack those strips up or have multiple strips under your ruler to make this very efficient and cutting them all at the same time. Last but not least, I want to show you how to use the 1/4 inch increments when you're doing multiples. And I have a 1 1/4 inch strip here already cut. In this case, we start on the 1/2 inch side And we're going to line a horizontal line up with the bottom of the strip, making sure the slivers are to the left of the 0, starting with the 0. And then we're going to cut on the 2.5 and 5, 2.5 and 5, removing the sliver, turning my ruler to the 1/4 inch side, and second column, lining things back up with a dotted line. And now I'm going to cut at 1 1/4, 3 3/4, and 6 1/4. And now you have 1 1/4 inch squares done in multiples and efficient and accurate. So I hope you go straight to my website. You'll find this sheet on my website, gequiltdesigns.com, under a tab called Free Patterns and Templates. You can print it out, save it, laminate it, keep it in your sewing room with your ruler, and use it whenever you need these increments cut in no time. Thank you for joining me.